Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's main event. We have Mayo Hosko coming at you at 60 frames per second, 4K resolution, no sugar, no filler, just real whole egg. Let's get ready to Lego!
Hello, it's me, Mayo Hosko, coming to you at 60 frames per second in 4K resolution. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg, and welcome to my channel.
Mayo Hosko, it's your boy, JP.
Real whole egg. Everybody say real whole egg. Real whole egg.
Real whole egg.
Real whole egg.
There we go. Capture that, Mayo. That's for you. That's for you.
Everyone say real whole egg at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Real whole egg.
Sweet. I'll cap that and then add it to the intro.
That's kind of fucked up though. It's a little off-centered.
Real whole
egg.
Eggs?
Oh, our timing was off, but
Do we go
that's
slowly
okay.
or fast?
I think that was fine. Is that fine, or do you want us to
Yes,
do it
because
slow?
I actually prefer it when people do it all out of sync because that makes it more authentic.
Yeah.
Everyone on the panel say it at the same time. Okay.
Oh, okay.
What are we saying again?
Real whole egg.
Whole egg.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Real
Whole egg.
egg.
Close enough.
Well, if you don't mind me saying, a little bit of no sugar, no filler, a whole lot of real whole egg coming up on these Fridays.
Hello, Miss Zambi here, saying real whole egg. Mayo Hosko channel. Go check it out.
Real whole egg. There we go. I don't know what else you want. Wait, why am I... Are you talking about like what goes well with Mayo? Also, how did you even come up with the name Mayo Hosko? Like, do you just love Mayo? I don't know.
Rolling into the chat, we got to give a shout out. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg. Splat out. That's what I'm talking about. Mayo Hosko. 2 whoop salute, Mayo. Welcome to the jankiness.
For Mayo Hosko, I give you a real whole egg. Wait, where did all these other eggs come from? What in the name of the Emperor is going on?
Everyone make sure to send in your videos of saying real whole egg, and I'll add you to the intro. Thank you.
What's up, buddy?
Hello and welcome to episode 40 of Real Whole Egg. I am absolutely tortured by this set.
By what?
By this set.
Oh, okay. The Ninjago Gardens.
Yeah. I'm tortured by it.
Breakable cow. You're too funny.
I'm really tortured by it.
You been moving yet? Have you been starting that?
We've finished moving.
Oh, so you're already settled into the new place.
Yeah.
There you go. How you like it so far?
It's just as good as the old place.
Oh, okay.
We've got a backyard now.
That's always good. You got any dogs?
Huh?
Do you have a dog? Do you have any dogs?
No. We've got good artificial grass for filming.
Oh, okay. Hey, I saw you did a short of the village with the beach, the Viking village with the beach in the background. Is that at your house or is that like somewhere close to you?
That was filmed 5 months ago, far
Oh, okay.
away.
Got you.
The reason why I've been tortured by this set is because stuff just keeps getting in my way where I can't finish building it.
Like things keep coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't. I just can't make progress on it.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Something always comes up.
Yeah, I would have wanted to get this done today on camera, but it'll have to be off camera on another day.
Yeah. Well, why don't you just save it for the next live stream? Get close and then finish it up on that one.
Because that'll be my birthday stream.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And we'll be building the Monkey Kid Megapolis.
I got you. That's
and that'll be after the jungle.
Is that retired yet?
It's about to be.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's been out a little while.
Yeah, so I'll be doing my birthday stream after the jungle.
Isn't that blasphemy for you, Cal? He's right now.
So if anyone wants to join me for my happy birthday stream after the jungle, just let me know throughout the week.
Is it gonna be on a Friday like this?
No, it's not. It's gonna be after the jungle.
Okay, so on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'll jump on with you.
I let Cliff know that I'm gonna be doing it after the jungle. I couldn't do it on my actual birthday because I'm doing other things, and I've got class when I'd normally go live, and I can't do it on the 1st of May because I've also got class. I've got no class on Thursday, so it'll have to be 2 days after my birthday. I'm going to do my birthday stream.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, sometimes birthdays don't fall on a convenient day.
Yeah. So I am not feeling the greatest.
Oh. No bueno.
But this is how the set looks like right now. I just need to go get something from the garage.
Okay. Did you read the chat about pulling the blinds down?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be maybe 3 minutes.
Okay, no problem.
So if there's anything in the chat that you find interesting, feel free to read it.
You guys hear that? It's your opportunity. Say something interesting, because Mayo's not going to censor it.
Anyone in the chat, feel free to ask RC any questions.
Any appropriate questions. We know how some of those people in the chat are. Is it dinner time for you, Cal? Is that what's going on there? What are y'all doing out there in Chatland? What are you doing, Clever? What are you doing, Cal? Well, Cal said he's eating dinner. What are you doing, Clever? Are you eating pulled pork? You having pork chops tonight? Yeah. I wonder what the thing is with barnyard animals and people who do Lego. Seems to be, you know, we got Clever Pig, we got the Brickable Cow. What other ones are out there? And by the way, Cal, when I was on your live stream earlier, Scotty was right, the Rex Celsior. That's what I'm working on right now. Oh, very nice, Cal. Spending time with the kids. Very good.
Okay, I'm back.
And over, Cal, I'll show you.
He needed to go get my computer.
Yeah, it's pretty cool so far. It's a lot of Technic, to be honest with you. It's almost all Technic that builds the majority of this, and then it has some plate and some snot bricks. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it has a lot of Technic parts in it, which is pretty cool. We'll see how it comes along. It's supposed to be able. You're supposed to be able to use it like a gun here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, let's see. There you go. You can kind of see it. It's got a trigger in there with rubber bands. And then, so you're supposed to be able to shoot this, and it has a thing that shoots off a couple of darts or whatever. It's pretty cool. We'll see how it goes. You guys know I like the Lego Movie, and I've got the theme throughout the city, so I figured I'd pick it up. Let's see what he said here. He's setting the goal going.
I'm gonna try get alternate angles of this now.
Is that your dining room area?
Yeah, we're filming on my dining table.
Very nice. I'm doing the same thing right now.
Also, on my birthday stream, we will be giving away the giveaway. So don't forget to get your tickets into the giveaway.
Very nice. Get your tickets, Cal.
Yeah, the instructions of how to enter the giveaway are in the chat right now.
Yeah, I got a whole I actually kind of got a whole theater set up right back there. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but I got a whole reclining section right here with seats, and then back there I've got an elevated area with a reclining section with seats, so that way the people in the back sit a little higher. Kind of like a theater back there in the living room.
Okay, we just switched over mics.
That one sounds pretty clear.
So what I'm gonna do is first we're gonna go set up the Twitch stream. And after I did a video, well, after I did a really short stream on Twitch, to cover all of the days. We only need 3 viewers per stream average to start making some money over on Twitch.
Thanks, Cal. And that sounds cool, Mayo. So you're gonna start. You just need what, 3 more? You said to start making money on Twitch.
We need 3 viewers on average. We need 3 viewers on average.
Got you.
So if anyone does have a Twitch account, it will be really helpful to watch Real Whole Egg from your Twitch account instead.
Papa Rex. So I'm pretty sure Papa Rex is the real one. He said, "Congrats on 750." Did you get to 750 or was it 700?
Yes, we did.
Very nice. I know Cal just got to 200. He's trying to shoot to 250.
And I promised Mikey J I'll build a catapult when I got to 750.
Oh, okay. So that's coming soon also.
Yeah.
Nice. Got any ideas yet?
I have no idea how I'm going to build it, but I will build it.
Look forward to it, buddy. Look forward to it.
So let me just set up this Twitch stream.
Go ahead.
And then I'll do what we normally do. Okay, cool. There we are. Yeah, that's organized now.
Nice.
These things keep on falling off. We got to the end of bag 10 last night. While I was building.
Live.
While I was building stuff.
Okay. How many bags are there in that one again?
There's 26.
Okay. So what's besides the move, what else has been going on? That's probably taking up all your time, huh?
University.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sure all your time's being eaten up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's getting to the busy season around here. The weather's starting to warm up again and it's becoming hot. So everything's growing like crazy. And then plus during springtime, everybody goes out front and they want to start a new project. So they call me. So
cool. And now we just got the Twitch stream going.
There we go.
Got to make sure these camera angles are right. Let me make sure they're in a good position.
Clever Pig gambled it all. Threw it all on the line.
There we go. And let's bring this more closer. I might do it so that, yeah, let's move it in like that. Get the reverse angle. Because I can still read comments well enough. So moving on to book 2. We've done with book 1 of this thing.
That's right, Clever. They say if there's no chance of dying, are you even alive?
So who do we have in chat? We have co-host, Clever Pig, the Brickable Cow.
Cheers, Johnny.
Mum. The spammers. Papa Rex. Johnny Jean. And that's everyone so far. So there's no one deserving of cutaways right now. So now I've got to open bag 11.
Making progress. You're almost to the halfway point.
I've got to get this mic out of my way.
Johnny, Mayo's been good. It's Cal that's cutting up in the chat. So how much university do you got left? You're getting close to being done with that too, aren't you? I don't know if you heard me. It almost sounds like you're eating potato chips and short part.
Well, I really hate the small bags inside of other bags. I know why they do it, but I really hate it. And bag 10 was a nightmare for me to build because the bag ripped open by the previous owner.
Oh, yeah, and you had to find the part.
And pieces came out and got lost.
Yeah, that's always a pain. That's like whenever I build some of these sets back out of these bulk buys that I have. You got to go through this whole bin looking for parts. Sometimes you spend way more time looking for pieces than you ever do building.
Yeah, it really is a nightmare. And also, I'm going to be going popping tags tomorrow.
Yeah, where at? You going shopping?
Yeah, I'm going to buy a bunch of Facebook Marketplace deals.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I find some of the best deals out there.
I went to the bank yesterday and got my money ready.
Have you already been talking to the people?
Yes, I've been arranging like crazy.
Yeah. That'll be cool. Look forward to seeing what you get.
Yeah, it's gonna have no Lego at all. So none of y'all will be interested, but people who subscribe to my train channel will be.
Oh, there you go.
Because I'll be doing a whole video over on my train channel. And quick question, how many of y'all out there are NFL fans?
There'll be quite a few of them out there.
Because the draft happened 2 days ago. No, sorry, it happened yesterday. And I've got a lot of thoughts about the draft.
Yeah, I don't keep up with football. To be honest with you, it's just one more thing to keep up with, and I don't have time to keep up with it if I want to keep up with the other stuff.
Well, I've been talking with the NFL fans in the Lego community.
Yeah.
Cliff really likes that his Chiefs drafted the fastest wide receiver in the draft. And the Briggsar told me that the Falcons is now a verb after they drafted Michael Penix Jr. for whatever reason, which I will never be able to rationalize.
Yeah, I wish I had more to input on it, but I don't even know who those people are. Clever Pig says, yeah, he's not into sports either. I mean, I'm into motorsports. If you were talking about cars and stuff like that, I could tell you all sorts of things about cars. But when it comes to like football and baseball and stuff like that, basketball, I haven't been into that in a long time. I was when I was a kid. I was really big into it when I was a kid, collecting all the cards and stuff.
So, are you one of those people that likes NASCAR?
Yeah, no. NASCAR's. I hardly consider that racing, and here's the reason why: is because there's so many regulations, there's so many different things on it that's why they all run at the exact same speed, at the exact same pace, and they're all side by side in the corners and everything, and all the cars go exact. It's not really too fun. I'm more into like racing. Like I like F1 racing, or I like any kind of GT racing, like Porsche and Lambo and Corvette, and all of them are into that. And it's more of the racing where they got to make lefts and rights.
Did you just say that NASCAR is too boring?
I think that's a conclusion that most people. You know what? Most people who watch NASCAR, they watch it for the wrecks. Let's be honest.
But as a general auto racing fan, are you saying that NASCAR is boring?
I think when it comes to the actual racing aspect of it, it is boring.
Yes, thank you. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I have to deal with people who casually like NASCAR, and I'm like, don't you realize that speedways are goddamn fucking awful?
So if they could actually, what would make it better is if everybody could run their motor the way that they want to, not build it to these specs that NASCAR has built it. Like, you have to build your whole entire car and motor to NASCAR specs. Like, it has to be approved by NASCAR. It has to be like the motor has to have certain parts on it that restrict horsepower and have to have all these things. Now, if they had run what you bring, whatever you got is what you're racing out here. Now, don't get me wrong, it can't be some ragtag piece of crap that's going to fall apart and pieces go everywhere. But I'm saying if you bring something pretty impressive to the table and you're out there beating everybody else, that's what racing's about. That's what it is, having a faster car, making your car faster.
Yeah, because not even the regulations, but just the concept of a speedway.
Yeah, and it's just in a circle.
Speedways are so fucking boring.
Yeah, instead of an actual racetrack, it's just a bowl that they go around in a circle. But you're saying that you much rather see a racetrack, right?
Yes, because I mean, a speedway is a fucking oval. What do Lego train fans complain about? Oh, we're just getting an oval. I mean, you can't even put a switch track in some of the 9-volt sets. It's just a fucking oval.
Now, I will say that they have some races, like I think it's Watkins Glen, and that one's a race that's not an oval. That one's an actual race track.
Because they've started to introduce more courses over the years that aren't a fucking speedway. They've got some. There's one in. I think there's one in Eastern California, near the borders of Nevada, that is a road circuit. I much prefer the NASCAR road circuits.
So, if you're watching a race and the only reason you're watching it is because you're waiting on someone to crash, because crashing is the highlight of it, then the race itself is boring.
You're not a real fan.
What's that?
If you're just waiting for the crashes, you're not a real fan.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're not here to watch a race. You're here to watch, chaos or whatever. And but if that's what's keeping you entertained, just waiting on a crash, then obviously the race is boring.
Yeah, and those types of people should just go watch a demolition derby instead.
Exactly, destruction derby.
Which is what, ironically, a lot of rednecks do.
Sonoma in California, they've had that one for years and years.
Yes. Sonoma is the one that I'm talking about, which is an actual road circuit. And they did and they did that street circuit in Chicago.
That would have been cool.
I'd love to see more street circuits in NASCAR. I'd love to see more road circuits in NASCAR, because speedways are boring. You know why Formula One is the most entertaining racing league in the world? Because it's got a good mix of road circuits and street circuits in some of the most beautiful cities in the world.
Yep, and that's what I was getting ready to say. If we would do that over here, but I don't know if they'll ever shut a city down over here for that. Like they did it in Vegas, but then they tried to put up these barriers so that way nobody could see it.
Yeah, because a Formula One crash is much more impactful than a NASCAR crash. That's why there's more safety concerns.
Well, no, they put up these barriers on the overpasses, like where you could walk over the road and walk over everything, and they put these like barriers with these screens on them, so that way you couldn't see the race from the bridge and stuff like
Yeah.
that. They blocked it off, so the only way you could see it is if you paid to get in.
Exactly, which is the whole business model of Formula One.
Yep. But they used the taxpayers' money to get the event ready.
Yeah, because all cities that host a Formula One track are funded through taxpayers' money.
Yeah. So we'll use your money to do this race, but by God, you're not going to be able to watch it.
Yeah, because all sports need taxpayers' dollars, and no city needs taxpayers' dollars from sports more than St. Louis. That's why they sued Stan Kroenke, who owns the LA Rams. Took him out of St. Louis. Cost the city hundreds of millions of dollars in lost tax revenue because they didn't uphold their stadium contract.
Really?
Yeah. The proof is in the pudding.
I thought that those would be like you would sue the NFL, not the city.
Yeah. Cities need sports teams more than sports teams need the city.
Yeah,
and the reason why Stan Kroenke skipped town is because he got a better stadium offer in LA, and the old NFL stadium in St. Louis was falling apart.
Oh, okay.
Much like how the Oakland Coliseum fell apart, which is why the Raiders moved to Vegas, and now the Oakland Athletics are finally skipping town. They are trying to build a stadium in Vegas, but temporarily they're going to be playing in a minor league ballpark at Sacramento. That's how desperately they want to get away from the Oakland Coliseum.
Yeah,
which currently is the worst professional stadium in the NFL. Hey, Hive.
I was getting ready to say, plus that's probably not the best part of town either.
Where the Oakland Coliseum is?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Now Oakland has lost their football team, they lost their basketball team, and they're about to lose their baseball team too. They've got no hockey team and they've got no soccer team. So a once proud sporting city is going to have nothing because they let their city fall apart.
Here in Florida, we have multiple professional football teams. We have Miami Dolphins, Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's because Florida has the people and the money to fund sports.
Are you afraid of bees? They're only insects after all. I wouldn't care if hundreds were swarming around. I'd just blow smoke and make them buzz off. Buzz, 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 retorted Duck.
Hey, Hive, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, and so because there are a few states who can handle multiple sports teams for different reasons. New York State, California, Florida, Texas.
I was about to say.
Sometimes Pennsylvania.
California's so big, I expect it to have more than one team.
Yeah. Well, some states have a lot of cities. Some states have a lot of people. Some states have a really big city.
Yep. And some states have 0 football teams.
Yeah. Some states have no professional teams at all, like Virginia, which you wouldn't expect Virginia to have no professional team at all.
Especially when Virginia Tech is such a big deal, right?
Yeah, the most Virginia has is college sports, but almost every state has college sports.
Yeah, we got some big college teams down here too. With Miami, the Gator University of Florida.
Well, I must say that the U isn't what they used to be.
No, they haven't
And
been
the
like that in a
Gators
long time.
and the Gators haven't been what they were since
Tebow.
Yeah, exactly. Tim Tebow haven't been the same since then.
Yeah, and then
the only glimmer of hope.
FSU also.
The only glimmer of hopes I saw with the Gators since Tim Tebow was when Kyle Trask was in the top 4 to win the Heisman, and that's about it.
That's the long-haired kid, right?
He got drafted in the 2nd round to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he's the long-haired kid, right?
I'm not sure what he looks like. All I know is he was a Heisman Trophy finalist.
Yeah, who's he play for now? I'm trying to remember.
He got drafted in the 2nd round to Tampa Bay.
Oh, okay. The Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, and then that's the one I forgot about. So that we got Miami, we got the Bucks, and we got the Jags.
Yeah. It's amazing that Florida has 3 NFL teams. That's just amazing.
Yeah, we got about as many baseball teams too.
Yeah, exactly. Because you got the, because you've got the Rays and the Marlins.
Yep.
In the NBA, you got the Magic and the Heat.
Yep.
In hockey, you got the Panthers and the Lightning. And I think in soccer, you've got the Orlando Soccer Club.
Yeah, we got they call it Orlando City Soccer.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we got the Solar Bears, and then we got the Tampa Bay Lightning for hockey, like you were talking about.
You don't have the Solar Bears. You got the Florida Panthers.
Oh, is that what they're called now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that shows you how much I keep up with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I just gotta say that Howie Roseman is still the best GM in the NFL, because how does Quinyon Mitchell fall right into his laps? It's just amazing.
I wish I knew those names. I'd have more input on it for you.
Yeah, they're prospects that got drafted.
All right. I tell you what, I'm gonna change this camera angle right quick, so that way.
And I'm gonna see if there's anything interesting in the chat.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Oh, we've also got Sharon Stevens. Hey, Sharon.
Oh, I just froze. What happened? Hold on.
Yeah. So we're going to do a giveaway on my birthday. Buy your tickets to enter the giveaway. Details are provided by Streamlabs. Clever Pig says, if you ain't living on the edge, you ain't living.
That's right.
Hashtag Go Hawks. He does have a cannon of an arm, but I'm not sure it's for the right situation in Atlanta. And it's not like it's not like Briggsar hasn't already suffered enough. So the pig says, imagine if NASCAR vehicles had machine guns on them. Now we're talking. Yeah, then they'd be a transformer.
Then it would be that movie Death Race.
And we mentioned Transformers, so that means that the Brick Hive Transformer is going to come out of nowhere. Pig says, I went to Indianapolis for the Brickyard 400 many years ago, and to be honest, it was awesome. We had a car crash right in front of us and got sprayed with bits of rubber. That sounds painful. Yes, let the hate flow through you for a pure rant fury. And that's all. And then Papa says, Oakland Coliseum is nasty and has a history of sewage backups, as does FedEx Field. FedEx Field is also a dump, which is why the new owners of the Commanders are going to move the team.
Is Commanders the new Redskins team because Redskins not socially acceptable anymore?
Yeah, because the R word is racist. That's why they changed the name.
Yeah.
And the previous owner Dan Snyder put up some bullshit stats that the First Nations Americans actually like being called a racist name. Dan Snyder, what a terrible owner. For anyone that does have to lurk, you can use the exclamation mark lurk in the chat.
I did see that. I don't know what happened with it, but I saw a quick story about it. I did see that one of the Indian chiefs at one of the reservations did want to keep it as the Redskins. I don't know what was up with that, but I did see that.
Yeah, that was some of the data that Dan Snyder cited years ago. And the only reason he changed the name before he sold the team was because sponsors like the namesake for FedEx Field, FedEx, wanted to pull out, and his sponsors demanded that he change the name, so he did.
Oh, he caved to all that money. Here, I'll be right back.
Yeah, and man, Dan Snyder and James Dolan, really bad owners, and also now the owner of the Athletics, John Fisher. Hey, Dave. Oh, I gotta charge my Mac now. Let me go get my Mac charger. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put my Mac charger? There it is. Yeah, so I'm going to be honest. I am so discombobulated this week, and I really don't have a lot of energy. So this is going to be a short stream today.
That's fine, buddy.
It's going to be
By the way, hey Dave Bricks, what's up, buddy?
It's going to be a short one. Just because moving house sucks.
Yeah, you got a lot on your plate right now, buddy.
And it's taken all the energy out of me.
I don't blame you, man. I got to work this weekend too, so it's fine with me. I landscape every day, and we're getting into the 90s again. So, like, you ain't got to tell me nothing, man. And when you're wore out, I get it.
And now it's getting cold.
Nice, very nice.
Because we're at the end of we're halfway. Well, we're 2/3 the way through autumn, which means winter is around the corner.
Yeah, see, and we're in the exact opposite. We're at the end of spring, and summer's right around the corner. Dave said he's sending some good vibes to you, man.
Yeah.
Stickers, stickers, stickers. I didn't realize the set was going to have so many stickers.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't know how to feel
About what?
just about everything right now.
Positive. I'll tell you right now, life's about perception, man. It's the half full, half empty kind of thing. So
I just feel so lackluster.
Yeah, I get it. It happens to me sometimes, and I have to pull myself out of it. I'm like, gotta get it, gotta get to it, gotta do it.
Also, for everyone in chat, let's please just ignore the spammers. Let's not at them because they're spammers and they're just wasting their time. But I enjoy seeing them waste their time.
Are we sure they're spammers and not somebody you know? Because
of course they're spammers. I've been getting those spammers for a year now. So let's just ignore them.
Yeah, no problem. Because they're always here. They're subscribed.
Yeah, so when I'm done with bag 11, I'm gonna see. Mark is trying to get hold of me, but he always runs out of time in his day.
Oh, Macro?
Yeah, he said he was gonna call me yesterday, and then he didn't. So he said he'll try catch the stream and come on to arrange hotels. But because I know that Mark is a busy guy, I never send him invites unless I see him in chat, because he's a busy guy.
Yeah, but I know, but also if he's busy like that, just sometimes he may need a little reminder. I can't tell you how many times if I'm like, oh man, you should have reminded me. Oh, I would have jumped in. Oh man, because I just get busy and I get caught up and I forget.
Yeah, because I don't know what's going on, but Mark has some hesitation about his hotel, so I think he's not coming to Brickworld Chicago.
Oh no.
He hasn't. He's been too busy to properly communicate his plans.
Yeah, that's what happens when you got a wife and a full-time job and you got all that whole gig. It takes a lot of your time.
Yeah, so I don't know his plans because he's been too busy to tell us. Just like how some of y'all don't know my plans because I'm too busy to tell you.
Yeah, and then plus there's plenty of plans that honestly other people just don't even need to know. It's irrelevant to them. Sure, there's plenty of things that you do throughout the day that all the other people in YouTube land don't need to know about.
Because he's been offering me his hotel, which gives me the impression that he's not coming to Chicago. But I'm like, why wouldn't you just cancel your hotel and get your money back?
Maybe because it's up in the air.
Because other people have had to cancel and they got they got their money back.
It may be up in the air, and so he's thinking like he doesn't know if he's going to make it or not. But then if he just gives it to you, then he doesn't lose it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's keeping. Because from what he's communicated with me, it's like he's still on the fence, but he doesn't want to give up the reservation.
Yeah, exactly. Because if he gives it up, then he's for sure out.
Yeah, which is why I'll gladly accept his reservation, and if he doesn't come, I'll pay his cost, and if he does come, I'll pay half of his cost.
Yeah,
because I think with the way the rooms sell out so fast, a lot of people buy a hotel room not even knowing if they're going or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would always know ahead of time. If I'm not going, I'm not renting nothing.
And because Mark is a contractor, he can't just take time off.
Exactly.
If there's a client out there on the whim.
If there's a job that has to get done in a specific amount of time, you can't just quit because you got to go make it to a Lego show.
And you can't pass up on the money.
Exactly, especially if you need it.
Yeah.
And I don't know anybody out there that don't need any. Well, I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but me personally, I don't know anybody out there that doesn't need any money.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna ask a quick question to one person and one person only. Mum, are you out there? If you are out there, call me on the telephone right now. Mommy, can you hear me? Isn't that from a Broadway musical or something?
I think so. I couldn't tell you for sure. But
Yeah, I couldn't name the musical.
I'm sure Clever Pig probably knows.
But if you're out there, Mum, call me on the telephone right now.
Please.
I'm gonna wait a few moments to see if there's a call. And I'm trying to, is that, it's a white headlight brick. That's why I was getting confused. Because in the instructions, it almost looked like it's trans clear.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm so disappointed in Lego about, is that they can't get the color right. It's like, why can you not get the colors on the instructions to match the color of the bricks?
It's because of the color of the printing.
I feel like they could easily, like, if I saw this, I'd be like, oh man, no, we got to make that better. This has got to be less confusing, especially when it's supposed to be for kids.
Yeah, and then with the sets that are overtly meant for kids, they have the ridiculous things about use your hands, as Jane likes to make fun of.
Well, I think they say that because they don't want you using your teeth.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna tell my story now. So last year I told, before you were the co-host, I'm not sure if you were even there when I said it, but last year I found, when I was working outside the elevator of my old building, on a table someone had left a giant loaf of sourdough bread just sitting there. And they had not taken a bite out of it, and the bag was sealed. So I took it home, I ate it, and it was really good.
And then, when I was going to the bank yesterday, before I got on the bus, I was walking on the side of a road, and there was a fence near that was by some bark behind some houses, and someone had left a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi just sitting there.
And was it open?
No, it wasn't. It was sealed.
So did you take that too?
Yes, I did.
You're never
And it's
worried.
like, and also when I got on the bus to get on a train to get on another bus, when I got off the first bus, someone had left a shopping bag of apples and yogurt just sitting there. They must have forgot about their own shopping. They just left apples and yogurt on the bus. Like, what the fuck are people thinking?
That's over here that doesn't happen so often. So if that was to happen more often than not, people would think somebody's done something to it as a mean like prank, that they think it's funny to like poison something and leave it for somebody to pick up.
Yeah, and so like I just don't know why people would just forget about their food. It's crazy.
So over here, a new problem that they're having, and they had a video of a guy and a couple of guys from it happened in the hood, but a couple of guys from the hood knew what was going on and they helped him out, and they like hosed him down and kept him cool and wouldn't let him fall asleep and stuff, but until like EMS arrived. But there was like apparently they're putting fentanyl in candy and stuff and leaving candy around, like blow pops and ring pops and stuff like that. And then these people will pick them up and then like suck them, lick them, or like you would a lollipop or a sucker or whatever, and then they end up starting to overdose on fentanyl.
Yeah, because what some of the more organized criminal gangs do is they just leave unattended confectionery in areas with high population of children. They just leave it out in the open, and then kids see, oh, piece of candy, and they eat it, and that's how they get addicted, because it's laced with fentanyl.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's insanity. So
They were doing that back in the trend of rainbow fentanyl. They don't do it as much anymore, but it was effective enough what they were doing to get some kids addicted to fentanyl and on their clientele list. Because what happens is the Chinese crime gangs, they set up their production in Mexico, and then they funnel it through Mexico into North America.
Yeah, and what's even going on now is that they're in the hills of California and stuff doing it. They're not even doing it in Mexico. They're just doing it right here in California.
Yeah, and it's to the point where they've now been able to set up some laboratories in some of the southern states and states on the border. It's crazy, and I'm just glad that I'm in a country where you can't just cross the border.
Yeah, you're in a country where the only way you can get there is by boat or plane.
Yeah, and there's been very successful prime ministers who stopped the boats.
Yep.
Because remember when all of the Cubans made their way to Florida via boat in the 80s?
Yep.
We used to have a boat problem 10 years ago.
The same way?
Yeah, and then we stopped the boats.
Yeah, do you remember Elion Gonzalez?
No.
Have you ever heard of that? That was the little boy that made it here to America, and it was like a big deal on whether or not he was going back to Cuba. That was like in national news all over the world. That was a long time ago.
Was that a deportation case?
Yeah, but it was only because he was underage. And usually the way that it works is that if you make it to land, you get to stay under asylum. Like you get to seek asylum, you know?
Yeah, and yeah, because a lot of the Cubans that came over to Florida were escaping communism.
Yeah, the worst kind of communism that you could ever
because
imagine.
that was when Fidel Castro was going a gangbusters.
Yep.
And because there were plenty of Cubans who liked American capitalism.
Oh yeah, no, and they wanted
and because they proved to American immigration that they weren't communists, they were allowed to stay on asylum.
Yeah,
and a lot of them then made a life for themselves, and one of them got their own court show.
Oh, who is that? Is it that lady? That Spanish lady?
Yeah, it's the one who hosts the People's Court.
Yeah.
Because they were able to prove to themselves that they were anti-communist. Hey Scott, which is another reason why the Mayo City is overrun with communism.
I'll tell you something right now.
Because there's all sorts of storylines I can do with a Lego minifigure and communism.
You want an anti-communist person? Go talk to anybody who's from Cuba.
Yeah, there are still a lot of Cubans who don't like communism.
I'll tell you something right now. My neighbor escaped Cuba by a motorcycle sidecar. And they welded it up so that way it would hold up out in the water. And it was him and two buddies. So it was three of them in a motorcycle sidecar. And they had a fishing trolling motor. I don't know if you know what that is, but it hooks up to a car battery. And it's just a trolling motor. So that way it'll pull a boat or something at a very, very, very slow speed, like 1-2 miles an hour. But anyways, they rigged this thing up. And that's how they got here to America. It took them 5 nights and 4 days. They left at night.
Yeah, they're all spammers, Scott.
Oh yeah, Scotty.
Yeah, and so yeah, it's crazy the lengths that people will go to escape any given political system.
Yeah, unfortunately,
there are plenty of countries where I would never want to go to, and those people probably would never want to go to my country either.
Well, I'll explain Cuba to you the same way that my neighbor George explained it to me. He said, you don't get a choice in what you're going to do. You're told what your job's going to be. You're told how much you're going to get paid. You're told what kind of clothes you're going to wear. You're told everything that you're going to do, everywhere you're going to be, where you're going to live, how you're going to get around, all the above. And if you don't do any of it the way that they say, then they imprison you.
Yeah. Because I'm not for or against communism, but all I know is the facts, and the facts are that capitalism has lifted more people out of poverty than any other political system in the world, and I don't like poverty.
Exactly. See, there you go. You got it.
See, I only make decisions by the facts, and not the trumped up trickle down facts that are overtly racist or whatever. Because there are some people who absolutely hate the other or their opposition political system and will make a whole bunch of racist jokes.
Yeah. None of that.
I'm not going to be that guy. Now, how do we get this on here?
You show me. Yeah, exactly, Scotty. It works for the main people up top. Everybody else, it doesn't work for.
And something else, and something else I know about socialism is that a lot of socialist countries have the worst hyperinflation in the world.
Oh yeah, it's to keep the people at the bottom at the bottom.
Yeah, because I'm not for or against socialism, but all I know is that when people in capitalist countries complain about when the inflation rate gets above 3%, people in a socialist country would laugh at those people and say, "Ha! We're dealing with inflation over 100,000%."
That's exactly right, and that's how it is in Cuba. So check this out. From what I understand, is that say every month they say, okay, you're gonna make $40. That's how much it was, and I'm not kidding. Like I've heard $20, $40, and $60 are the salaries of how much you get paid every month. And then when you want something there, like say you want a new pair of shoes. New pair of shoes, $60. So you have to work 3 months to afford a new pair of shoes. There's no way you're ever getting ahead, ever.
Yeah, because I'm not for or against communism. I'm not for or against socialism, but I am absolutely for capitalism, which is why I was able to afford this set that you're seeing right now.
Scotty, that's a fact. I also heard the people in Venezuela went through the zoo and killed all the animals they had in the zoo, the monkeys, the giraffes, the everything. So that way they used them as food because they couldn't get food from the government.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could make a whole bunch of references to The Simpsons, but I won't.
Oh, yeah. Simpsons pretty much predict all this.
Yeah. Well, The Simpsons predicts a lot of stuff, and Family Guy predicted that Bruce Jenner would become a woman. And I still find it crazy that Caitlyn Jenner was able to be more of a woman than more of the actual women in the world to win Woman of the Year that one year. I still find that mind-blowing.
That's the I don't know, that's the lunacy that we're living in.
I'm not gonna say that was the right decision. I'm not gonna say that was the wrong decision. I'm just gonna acknowledge what happened. And also, I find it pretty crazy that the 2022 Person of the Year was Elon Musk and the 2023 Person of the Year was Taylor Swift. Who's better? I know who's better.
Yeah. Just I'll put it to you this way. How many rockets has Taylor Swift landed after they took off?
Some people could say, how many Grammys has Elon Musk won?
Grammy is irrelevant.
Exactly.
I'm sorry,
Exactly.
that's irrelevant.
Exactly, but that's the argument, and I'm not gonna say people are wrong for making the argument. It's just that a lot of times when people do make an argument, it's the wrong argument.
Yeah, one has pretty much perfected physics, and then the other one won an award for pandering to the right group of people, a right group of elites.
Yeah, and something I will also say is that the only reason I've been dragged into Taylor Swift is because she infected cancer upon the NFL.
Well, I'll tell you right now is that I'm not big into the NFL, but anybody who has that, and it's not just Taylor Swift. So there's plenty more of them. There's what's that one dude named Sam Smith or something like that? He's one of them.
Don't get me started about the Satanic Temple.
Yeah, you see, once they start doing that satanic stuff, I'm out, dude. I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm good to go. Like, I don't need that in my life. I don't want nothing to do with any of it.
Yeah, I'm all for religious freedom, and people can choose to believe whatever they want, but that doesn't mean what they believe in is right.
Yeah, once they start with the satanic stuff, I'm out. You lost me. I'm good. Have a good life.
Because the way I think about things is, I am the type of guy. Oh shit! I'm not charging this thing. I'm the type of guy who likes to let people make their mistakes and learn from it. If they want to pay the stupid tax, let them pay the stupid tax. Does anyone know what the stupid tax is?
I do, but if you're asking the chat,
yeah,
then I'll let
yeah.
them
This anyone out there in the comments, if you don't know what the stupid tax is, please let me know, because I'd be happy to explain what it is.
Coming along.
And I'm barely coming along.
Are you still on 10?
I'm on 11.
Oh yeah, 11, that's right.
I'm not even halfway through this fucking set.
Well, 13 is halfway through, so you're getting close.
Yeah.
You just got to dedicate some time to it, that's all.
Yeah, which is why I'm probably going to enjoy it more off camera when I'm listening to my sports shows again. Because I saved up all of my sports shows I hadn't watched just to build this. And since the last stream, I only got through 4 bags because I've been been such a wreck. And I need sympathy from everyone. I've been such a wreck, and I've gotten some sympathy. So Scott asks, what are you building? And actually, before you answer that, we need to do this thing for Scott.
PPP.
The
I am building the Rexcelsior, Scott. Here we go.
Ooh.
You know that one. Cal was on here going, couldn't control his immature thoughts about Fist earlier. But yeah, the Rexcelsior. I got it actually. I've got the box and everything. It was brand new in the box, never opened. They only opened it up to verify that it was all in there. But I got it from OBC the other day on store credit, so I really have no money tied up in this right now.
And I'm so far behind in some of the comments I haven't responded to on YouTube. Because I've got 2 weeks of comments that I haven't gotten to.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I was gonna tell you, Papa Rex said he'll bite. What's the stupid tax? Question mark.
Okay, so the stupid tax is where there is a rule or law in place, and you choose to break it, and then you suffer the consequences. It's the basis behind the meme that you see sometimes. Fuck around and find out.
You gotta pay to make dumb decisions.
Yeah. And so when when you buy the lottery ticket, that's a stupid tax. When you jump off a cliff, that's the stupid tax. When you ignore the road signs, that's a stupid tax. When you bite off more than you can chew, that's the stupid tax.
When you vote for the wrong guy?
Oh, actually, no, because that's just a democracy. But what isn't democracy is accidentally buying the wrong type of weed.
The wrong type of what?
The wrong type of weed, because there are strands of cannabis that are proven. There are strands of cannabis that are proven to help out with joint pain, and there are other strands of cannabis that just help you get higher than a kite and can give you psychosis.
If your joints are in pain, you're rolling them wrong.
Yeah, and if you've got really bad joint pain and you accidentally buy the wrong strand of weed, then you paid the stupid tax. Because if you get it in an oil form, or if you get it in certain types of gummies, they can help out with your joint pain. But if you get it in the wrong medium, some people who do have bad joint pain accidentally get high.
Well, I will tell you this, that you're exactly right. They have different things. They've got what they call flower, and that's what it's been since, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. That's where you actually have the bud itself, the plant material, all of it. You have that. They call that flower. Then they have the oils and the waxes that you're talking about, and those are called concentrates. And that's where what they do is they take all the THC so that way you're not using any plant material. You're just getting the THC, and they call it concentrate. Yeah. And then they have edibles, what you're talking about.
Yeah,
all of them are way different. All of them are so much different.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you've got joint pain and you're looking for the cannabis to help out your joint pain, and you accidentally buy the cannabis that has THC in it, you're accidentally going to get high.
By the way, we got Team B in here. Hey, Team B.
Hey team B. So now we've got the birds and the bees.
Are you afraid of bees? They're only insects after all. I wouldn't care if hundreds were swarming around. I'd just blow smoke and make them buzz off. Buzz, 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 retorted Duck.
Papa Rex says CBD for pain, THC for fun. Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, so I say the birds and the bees because Wick Hive is a bee and Lego Team B are a couple. They love birds.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
And I've had the pleasure of talking with both of them at various Lego conventions, and they used one of their earrings to help transfer a SIM card for me.
Oh, because you have to pop it out through that small little hole.
Yeah, because some people might not know the story, but when I went to Wick convention, I broke my charging, the charging prongs inside my phone, and so it wasn't charging. Lego Team B had something that could test for electric conductivity. So there was conductivity going through it, but there was no connectivity. So I was panicking like crazy, and then I had the brilliant idea, since I had two phones, I was out of internet. Well, I couldn't use internet for 3 hours on one of the convention days, and then I thought, hey, why don't I just switch the SIM cards over? Yeah, why don't I just switch the SIM cards over, and then I'll be able to use the internet. So we did that. They helped me. So I'll always be grateful, because otherwise I would have not had Wi-Fi. And then when I went home, I realized, well, as I was getting on the airplane, I realized I left my phone at the hotel.
Oh my gosh!
And so I called the hotel multiple times to see if they could to get an arrangement to get my phone back. And when some of their plans to help me fell through, I told them, well, I'll come back to the city in X number of days to get it back. Because when I went to Brickvention, I had unfinished a business there, because Melbourne is a really good city for being a tourist in. Not the best city to live in the world, even though it ranks as a top 10 most livable city in the world at various times over the years. I love touring around Melbourne. I don't care what the naysayers say. And so I had some unfinished business. So I was thinking to myself, well, what's the cheapest way I could get back to Melbourne? That was just before one of the Taylor Swift concerts.
Oh,
and I knew some people were going to that concert from my city, but unfortunately they didn't have room in their car. So then I thought to myself, well, instead of forking out the expensive airfares, why don't I see if I can try take the bus instead? And so I found 25% off an interstate bus ticket to go from my city to Melbourne.
Very nice.
I was the last person to buy a ticket on the bus, and because it was overnight, it was slightly cheaper. So I took the overnight bus, and return bus was half the cost. Was the same cost as a one-way airline. Just to put things into context. And so I spent the weekend in Melbourne. I had a fun time, got some good filming done for particularly my train channel. Did that vlog with Johnny G. It was great to hang out with Johnny G. I filmed a bunch of videos. One of my videos on my train channel from that vacation got over 1,000 views.
Very nice.
And so when I got home in my city, I bought at the store in my city, and I waited for the Apple Store to open, and I had to wait so long that my mum was going to work that day, and I met her at her bus stop because I was waiting so fucking long.
Oh man.
She went into work before I went to the Apple Store. She offered to buy me breakfast, but I refused. And so I went to the Apple Store, I went to the Genius Bar, they fixed my phone.
Nice.
And I went through all of that trouble because I forgot my phone in the hotel room.
Yeah, I've done stuff like that before. I've done stuff just like that. One day I locked my keys in my truck at work,
Oh no.
Yeah, so I had to call a locksmith, and he came out and he unlocked it. And literally, he left, and I don't know, maybe not even 5 minutes later, I turn around and lock him back in there again.
Oh no.
I had to call him back out. And I had to call him back out and have him come into my truck again. He was like, well, I'll be fair with you. I won't charge you that much this time because I wasn't that far away. He was like, but yeah. He was like, that sucks.
Yeah, and so I was an absolute idiot and forgot my hotel, and I forgot my phone at the hotel room. The hotel was very kind. They held it in the lost and found for 1.5 weeks.
Nice.
And I gave them 5-star review on Google just because of their customer service.
Very nice. Yeah, whenever people help you out, that's always appreciated.
Yeah, whenever someone goes above and beyond with their customer service, particularly when I'm alone or I'm making a key purchase, like when I bought my laptop, make sure to take the time to go to Google reviews. Or when someone does an absolute terrible job, like the McDonald's at the Auckland airport in New Zealand, and just completely forget my fucking order, give them a 1-star review.
Yeah. You know what's going on here at a lot of places? I don't know how many people in the chat may have seen it in their area, or maybe it's just starting in bigger cities because I'm here. Orlando, but they're doing also the same thing. When you go inside, you place your order in like a kiosk. You don't even really talk to nobody.
Yeah.
And the drive-through is AI. So when you go through the drive-through, you don't even talk to a real human. You talk to like have you ever like called anywhere and been like, you know, you get a recording and it's like, press 1 for this, press 2. That's what it's almost like. It's like, what would you like? And it's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, that 3 hours was the worst 3 hours of my vacation to Brickvention. I was panicking like crazy. I tried to see phone repair stores to see if they could help me, and then I realized I was overcomplicating the situation.
That's funny.
Yeah. Exactly. Earrings are really helpful. My mum has gotten new SIM cards in the past, and she had to use her earrings.
Well, that's exactly convenient to have those.
Papa Rex. CBD for pain, THC for fun. Couldn't have said it better myself. You know, I'm a really bad friend, and I forgot this is a Team B's name. I'm a really bad friend. I know Chris because Chris narrates the city updates, but I'm a really bad friend, and I forgot the wife's name.
By the way, Contra's here. He said, "Hey, Contra," and Lego Team B also said, "Yeah, all going to kiosks now. Not good."
Yeah. And it's crazy that the residents of the Melbourne City Council lobbied against an Apple store in their city. That's crazy.
What? Why would they even do that?
I don't know why. Probably because of NIMBYism. But the residents of the Adelaide City Council green lighted an Apple store in my city.
That's odd. I would think a building like that or a place like that would bring in a lot of revenue.
Exactly, and in my city, it does.
That's odd. That's like AOC over here.
Chris Chris and Justine. Are your names in the about page of your channel? I forget. Also Hazy Sue. Yeah, so Chris and Justine. I remember Chris' name because that's the narrator of the city updates. Maybe if Justine narrated one of the city updates, it would get more ingrained into my mind, because for so many people at Brick Convention, I was hanging out with Adora Build a lot of the time, and I'm so glad I did, because when Adora Build announced she couldn't go to Brickworld Chicago, I was disappointed at first and then appreciative of all the time I spent with her, hanging by her Care Bears countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1. Animal Crossing! So I'll always value those times. And also, I was disappointed at first when Hive said he can't go to Brickworld Chicago. And then I became appreciative of the time we spent together when we were doing all sorts of things, either at the convention floor or doing stuff around out of the convention. Because for those who don't know, I did a vlog about our trip to the Bricks and Minifigures store. It was myself, Brick Hive, Macro Bricks, T-Mog 217, Titanium J, Chef T, Pandemonious Panda, brother from another brick. Yeah, somehow we fit 8 of us in Titanium J's car. No, sorry. We fit 5 of us in Titanium J's car, and BFAB drove his car. But I remember... I remember TJ was driving, Hive was in the front seat, and myself, Pandemonious Panda, and Macro Bricks were squished together on the back seat. It was a fun time.
That's funny.
Yeah, because Isu is here. Oh, a get out of it update. Because Isu is here.
That story you were telling reminded me of like back when I was in high school, man. We used to pile up 10 people in one person's car and all like go skip school and go do something. But that's funny. That's exactly what it reminded me of. Throwback to the old days.
Yeah, they were fun. Yeah, that was a fun time. And now I'll be even more appreciative of the time I spent with people, considering they're not going. And I know that Thick and Bricks isn't going, so I'm appreciative of the time I spent with him. I can't wait to see him at Brick Fair Virginia 2026.
To be honest with you, I'm getting pretty stoked about this show that's coming here in June. They're supposed to have that new Hiroshima or Hiroshima or whatever it is.
New Hiroshima.
Yeah, New Hiroshima.
It's so funny hearing everyone say it wrong.
Yeah, I can't ever remember what
it really
called.
is. Just because I was fortunate to see it in person instead of on social media.
Yeah.
Because if anyone saw my different Brickworld Chicago vlogs, you would have seen it there.
It's called New Hiroshima?
Yeah, New Hiroshima. It was objectively the best thing at Brickworld Chicago, but I'm a train guy, so I really liked the LGMS. I always liked the LGMS. They had LGMS at Brick Convention as well, and that was objectively my favorite thing there.
Did you see that massive train that they built that was like just the engine alone was like 6 or 7 feet long?
That was by some guy at Atlanta BrickCon, and Brickzar did a review or did an interview of the guy who made it.
Yeah, it's insane. It's pretty cool.
He made a gigantic, big boy locomotive.
Yeah.
And he had to transport it in the bed of his pickup. Multiple trips. Because when we went to Chicago, a bunch of people transported Lego in their pickups, but he had to take multiple trips with his pickup.
Well, I'll tell you this: is that when you see like a size comparison of a human next to it, I can see why. It's massive. It's absolutely massive.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I see people ride trains in their backyard that aren't as big as that train that he built out of Lego.
Yeah, because those are the large scale model trains, which I like to call ride-on scale. I'm sure there's an actual alphanumeric code for it, but I call it ride-on scale. Because it's a scale that you can actually ride on.
Yeah. Scotty said not to be confused with the old Hashimiya. That's funny. I will say that if I'm not mistaken, I think it's every year. The last year's is the old one because they continue to build on that every year. Isn't that right, Mayo?
Well, they add new modules every time.
Yeah.
And they have so many builders that have built so many modules, is that they have a rotation of which modules they exhibit.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's constantly changing and adding more and more.
Yeah. So don't forget, we'll be giving away the giveaway on my birthday stream. So buy your tickets using your jars. If you haven't done so already, there's about 11 entrants so far. And particularly if you don't have a Mayo Hosko Sig figure, you should want to enter.
So did you see, I don't think he's in the chat anymore. I think he's playing Fortnite with the kiddos. That's what he said he was going to be doing. But
yeah.
Did you see Cal shaved his head?
Yes, I did, because I was sleeping. I was sleeping when he did the stream. So after class, I went back to the stream and I made sure to get the timestamps of when he first cut off a few strands of his hair to when he was done shaving his hair with the shaver, and I got the timestamp. So anyone that wants to see Cal shave his hair, go back and watch that video. We'll go back and watch that live stream, and I gave you the timestamps that you needed.
Yeah, that's too funny. Good on him for going through with it, though.
Yeah, because we pressured him to do so. He originally said if he got to 200 by the New Year's, but then we convinced him just to do it at a blanket 200.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this, man, is that that's one of the things about life is that whenever you do something you don't want to do, but you do it because you said you're going to do it, I can always appreciate that.
Yeah, and the reason why I wanted to help Cal get 200 subscribers was so that he could shave. I always like seeing people shave their hair when they get to milestones, and I'm going to shave my mustache when I get my channel to be monetized. I'm hoping that'll be for November next year. And we're only 250 subscribers away, but unfortunately, we need a lot more watch time hours.
Oh, okay.
Because we're not even I don't even have half of the watch time hours I need, and they changed the monetization policy again, where it's not 1,000, it's not 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch time hours. It's 500 subscribers and 100,000 short views. That ain't gonna happen.
Team B said Cal was a trooper, and then he said the funniest thing on there was Cliff singing Spice Girls, and Scott's Blocks was laughing about that because, yeah, that is pretty funny.
I'm pretty sure I arrive in Chicago on the Tuesday.
Nice, very nice. Won't be so busy.
Yeah, so because for those who don't know, I recently changed the strategy at the start of the year to go get the subscribers, then get the watch time hours, and it's worked because I did some clickbait videos and I had some videos that popped off, and I changed some of the thumbnails and I changed my thumbnail style ever so slightly. And I changed my titles ever so slightly, and it worked because we were at 600 and something at the start of the year, and now we're at 750. Most notably because I gained 60 subscribers on one train video.
Yeah, you've been really pecking away at it, though. I got to give you that.
Yeah, and you haven't been. You've been slacking.
I'll tell you right now is that my landscaping business is my main focus right now. I've been out hammering more commercial properties and trying to pick up more commercial properties. I want to make more money, and that's really what I've been focused on the moment. I don't not against anything that, because I know a lot of people are focused on Instagram and stuff like that, but me personally, it just tends to take a lot of attention away. If I'm focused on Instagram, I'm not focused on work and making more money, and that's where I need to be, really. Because Instagram is like a job, man. You get on there and it's time consuming.
Yeah, well, I love taking photography as much as the next guy, and I love sharing my mocks. But when I'm not building mocks, there's not much photography.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you going to school for, if you don't mind me asking?
Applied Geographical Information Systems.
Oh, okay, nice.
And also, actually, hang on a minute. What I will say is that whenever we get a Twitch affiliate, I will pay for StreamYard.
Okay.
But we need an average of 3 viewers per stream over on the Twitch side. So somehow I need to get 3 of my friends on YouTube to watch on the Twitch side instead.
Who has Twitch?
Yeah, I need to ask my friends out there who has Twitch.
Put a poll out.
Well, I think it's just better to ask individuals.
I was gonna say, because I don't know many people who have Twitch, but I'm also an older generation. I'm an older crowd.
Yeah, because ultimately, if I can become an affiliate over on Twitch, that'll That I'm well. No, I'm just thinking about something because I was gonna say something, but then I had to think it through, and I realized that it wouldn't work out.
I was just reading the chat right quick. Yeah, Scotty. What happens in the wintertime is I mostly get a lot of clean outs, like leaf cleanups and stuff like that. And then people will want to do some other things like mulch and, stuff like that. But a lot of times when you start getting closer to the holidays, where you start getting closer to Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that, and all that extra stuff, it just becomes maintenance really, because they're not doing projects or anything like that. But this time of year, they're going out there like, oh, my yard looks like crap, I want sod. Oh, that fence is falling down, I want to fix that. Oh, the trees are kind of thick, I need to trim them before hurricanes. Like all the above. And so that all starts happening this time of year, and I start getting super busy. So now, does a school year, do you get the winters off of school years? Is that how it works over there? Or how does because the winter is like the middle of summer, really, right?
Yeah, well, at university at least we have a month off in winter.
Nice.
And over the summer, some people have 3 months off, while others have 4 months off.
Yeah, that's how it works here. But summertime here is wintertime for you, right?
Yeah, but I'm speaking specifically for university, not public school.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not like high school and elementary schools and stuff, or
Yeah,
primary
because
school, like you guys call it.
Because public school has a lot less time off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even because in public school they do 40 weeks per year.
Got you.
I think in the US they only do 38 weeks per year.
I think something like that. They've got it all figured out. They've got it calculated on how many days you have to show up per year, because your attendance has a to do with whether or not you graduate or not.
Well, because instead of having term breaks, you have semester breaks, and you have a really long summer. You have 1 week off for the holidays, and some people have 1 week off for spring break. Summer, you can have up to 12 weeks off for the summer. So yeah, 12. So that's 14. That's 14 weeks, and some states have a 2 week. They have a 2 week. They have a 2 week holiday break, and some states have a 13-week summer.
Yeah, and Team B's right. For those of us that work, no time off. And then, so that's how it kind of is here. I think they get like 2.5 or 3 months off for the summertime, but then they got spring break, they got fall break, they got winter break. So like that fall break is like, I don't know, it's like 4 days or 5 days around Thanksgiving time, depending on what days.
Yeah, because what happens is what I think the most common thing that most states do is they have a week off for autumn, Thanksgiving. They have a week off for winter, the holidays. They have a week off in spring break, and then they have 13 weeks of summer vacation.
Yeah, and I think the winter break's even longer than 1 week. I think it's 2 weeks because they get off from before Christmas Eve, like 2 days before Christmas Eve, they're off, and then they're off all of Christmas Eve, Christmas, and then the week up to New Year's, and they go back to like
because other states have a 2-week holiday break and only a 12-week summer vacation.
Oh yeah, yep. That could be right too.
Yeah, because on average, American school students in public school do 38 weeks per year. In Australia, it's 40 weeks per year. We have a much shorter summer, but autumn, winter, and spring break is all 2 weeks compared to the 1 week in the US.
You see, and I don't know if they do this where you're at because I don't know what the weather's like. I would assume it's pretty good there for the majority of the time, but states that have snow states and then states like us that have hurricane states, the year, like when the school year is over, the date can change depending on how many of the hurricane days or the snow days have been used. So for example, if you have like you didn't use any of your snow days or you didn't use any of your hurricane days, then you can potentially get out of school sooner. But then if you used up a lot of hurricane days or snow days, then you're going to be staying longer into the summer.
Yeah, and the way that some states end up going for 39 weeks instead of 38 is if they had a lot of days off due to bad weather.
Yep. Yeah, I remember praying for snow days when I was a kid because I lived in Tennessee. I was like, please, snow days.
And so did Bart Simpson. He would listen to the radio, and then Skinner and Chalmers would tease him by deliberately saying Springfield Elementary last, just because they knew that Bart Simpson would be listening to their radio.
That's funny.
And they make a joke about it in one of the episodes, if anyone remembers. Yeah. So there was a whole bunch of rants I was going to go on to, but I'm just too tired to do it.
Just not feeling it.
But what I will say is that I'm gonna be doing a Twitch stream with my friends playing Minecraft. It's gonna be our Tuesday night. It's gonna be your Tuesday morning. We're gonna do a two hour stream. We're just gonna have some fun on Minecraft because we haven't done it in forever.
Got you.
So if you want to support us from the Twitch side, go follow me on Twitch. The link is in the description. I've been too lazy to update the description today because I've been so busy. So I want everyone's sympathy votes. just because I'm a tired boy and I'm a sorry boy. But I'm not a star boy because The Weeknd is a star boy. So I want everyone's sympathy. It's like it's like one of the Maroon 5 songs.
Yeah, you big Maroon 5 fan? I only know.
No, I only like. Well, there are a lot of bands that I don't like as a whole, but I like some of their songs because you can not like someone but like some of their songs. Like I don't like Taylor Swift for different reasons. Other people don't like Taylor Swift. I don't like Taylor Swift because she transitioned from country to pop.
I was getting ready to say Taylor Swift was okay when she was still singing country songs.
Yeah. The reason why she wanted to get out of country is because that wasn't mainstream. And then Beyonce's in the opposite situation. She wanted to get into country.
And that is by far not country music.
Oh,
I didn't hear one lyric about her dog dying, her truck breaking down. It's not country music, bro.
Well, depending on who you talk to, because there are a lot of people in the Queen Bee Army, much like how there are a lot of Swifties.
Listen, I can be a fan and still tell when the person's going the wrong direction. Like, for example, when Michael Jordan started playing baseball, everybody told him, "Look, man, you're a phenomenal basketball player, but leave baseball alone."
And when Tim Tebow started fizzling out of football, he gave his shot at baseball.
Yeah, he didn't get very far.
He was a minor leaguer for the New York Mets.
Yeah, he was like on the backup list or something, right?
Yeah, he was a triple A New York Mets player. Because anyone that's on the backup list for a baseball team plays in Triple A, but there are so many fantastic minor league players who are just good enough not to play in the major league, and Tim Tebow was one of those people. He was just good enough not to play in the major league.
He was good and that's what happens, unfortunately, for a lot of people. Like, there's always like, he's one of them though, but there's always some players that like come out of college doing amazing, but then when it comes to the NFL, they ain't got it, man.
Yeah, because and that's why you have some players in the College Hall of Fame who aren't in the NFL Hall of Fame, like Reggie Bush or Johnny Manziel and a whole bunch of others.
Yeah. Yep.
And Tim Tebow.
Oh, that's why Tebow's sportscasting now.
Yeah, and Tim Tebow is one of the best college analysts on TV, and I found it absolutely ridiculous when he signed that contract with the Jaguars. I found it ridiculous, and he tried to reinvigorate himself as a tight end. That was such a dumb decision. He got one game. He failed to block one time and then immediately got cut. And there were some people saying that the reason why he was brought in is because to distract and take the pressure off of Trevor Lawrence, who has now blossomed into a top 10 quarterback. But that was a lot of crazy things were happening with the Jaguars back then because Urban Meyer was their coach, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, they haven't been doing too good lately, have they?
Well, now that they have, they won a playoff game with Trevor Lawrence 2 years ago.
Okay.
And they were looking like they were going to make the playoffs this year, but then they lost their last 5 games. At one point, they had equal lead in the AFC with Kansas City and Baltimore. And then
I heard about them being on a losing streak.
Yeah, they had a really bad losing streak.
Yeah, that's why I thought they weren't doing too good. I heard about that losing streak last year, and then I was like, oh yeah, they're because when does NFL start back up? And
always the first or second week of September, depending upon the calendar.
Yeah, and then is that preseason or is that like official first game?
That's that's week 1 because the preseason always starts on the first week of August.
Yeah, I'll end up seeing a lot of those games on TV pop up. So I know the preseason starts way earlier than the actual season.
And the Hall of Fame game is always in July before the preseason.
You know what I think's funny is the preseason always shows the guys that keep in the gym and keep working, and then compared to the guys that took the whole season off and didn't play at all, didn't keep up with it. They just went out and partied, did everything and relaxed, because then all of a sudden everybody's suffering from a cramp, everybody's suffering from dehydration, this and that. That's because they haven't been keeping up with it.
Yeah, it's crazy. And yeah, exactly, Dave. A lot of people are really good prospects, but they just don't have good careers. And exactly, Team B, working people have no time off unless it's in their roster. So if you couldn't tell, this is the bullshit hour.
Yeah, that's all right though.
And we call it the bullshit hour because we just start rambling.
Yeah, but
that's what
right now you got a lot going on between school and the moving, so I gotta just expect you that instead of trying to stress you out over having a scheduled show.
Yeah, because unless we have core things to talk about, the third hour is usually the bullshit hour.
So, how's the weather there right now? You said it's cooling off. Is no rain, no nothing like that? It's pretty nice over there?
There's no rain. The sun's shining, but it's just getting more frosty. There's two types of winter. One is what I call hot frost, and the other is overcast showers. We get either or per winter. It's much like how some American states, sometimes you get snow and sometimes you don't. However, some states always get snow and some states always never get snow.
Yeah, so the more north you go, obviously, you're gonna get more. Yep. Do you guys have mountain ranges and stuff like that where people get snow and stuff, right?
Yeah, because there are alpine lodges on the Great Dividing Range where they get snow.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's the only place they consistently get snow, because the Great Dividing Range is the highest altitude in our country. And that's where the air is so thin that they get snowfall.
Yeah, and it's got a well, thinner air does get colder, so
yeah,
you're absolutely correct.
Because for those who don't know, rain becomes snow when the air becomes thin, because there's less oxygen particles going through the atmosphere.
Well, yeah, and then it also has to do with the temperature,
and also that's where there's more likely to be a fluctuation in the air pressure, which creates wind, which is why you may not feel wind on the ground, but you see wind pushing the clouds in the air.
Very true. Very true.
Because the pressure is a lot higher up there. The air pressure up there is as high as a kite.
It's harder to breathe.
And I'm trying to say as high as a kite as much as possible, because that's what our PPP friends like to do, get higher than a kite.
Sometimes, but sometimes it's just mellow out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna finish the rest of this bag later. I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you everyone, and thank you everyone for watching this absolutely bullshit stream.
Well, we appreciate you tuning in anyways.
Yeah. So who the fuck did we have in here? We had co-host, pig, cow, mum, Papa Rex, spammers, Johnny, Hive, Dave, Scott, TB, Contra, Zissou, and that was everyone.
Very nice.
Yeah. So I am so tired. I want to curl up in a ball and watch some entertainment.
Right on. I'm gonna finish this because I'm on bag. What bag am I on? I'm on bag 11. I'm halfway through 11, and there's 14 bags. So I'm gonna finish this one, and then I'm gonna call it a night myself.
Yeah. So thank you for watching this stream. It is appreciated. We'll see you on the next stream, which is my happy birthday stream, which will be after the Click and Cliff Wednesday Night Jungle. Then we will do episode 41 of Real Whole Egg on May the 4th be with you. And then we'll do a Star Wars stream on Revenge of the 5th, where we will be building the UCS X-Wing. On my birthday stream, we will be building the Monkey Kid Megapolis. So RC, you're welcome to join me for all those streams. Just holler at your boy. And I've got some people that express interest in coming on for the Star Wars stream.
Awesome.
So everyone knows when my streams start, but I just wanted to let everyone know we'll be doing 3 streams next week. I'll see you on my next short, and I'll see you in my next video. I'm really exhausted, and I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. Bye, guys.
Thank you for supporting Mayo Hosko Media. Your viewership is very important to us. Tell YouTube you like us by smashing the like button. Let your thoughts be known in the comments down below. Never miss out on any more LEGO content from us by hitting the subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. Stay tuned for live streams every Friday night at 9 PM Eastern in North America, and monthly city updates on the last Wednesday or Thursday of every month. If you like Minecraft and gaming streams, follow us on Twitch, Mayo_Hosko, no capital letters. Twitch streams every Saturday morning at 8 AM Eastern in North America. To be in the know, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at real_mayohosko. Have fun with us on our Discord server. Friend us on Facebook and join the fan club group. For business inquiries, email us at mayohosko@gmail.com. For historical inquiries, check out our website. For special community perks, including behind the scenes, voting rights, and early access videos, become an investor today by pledging to us on Patreon. Links in the description. Watch this video recommended to you, or check out this playlist if you missed any previous videos of the same genre. This has been Mayo Hosko, and I am a fan of old LEGO. #AFOOL.